want to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below. This is what the article stated. Elon Musk's first tweet since taking over Twitter has already been flooded with racial slurs. The tweet in which Musk stated that the bird is free came after his acquisition of the social media platform was completed on Thursday for $44 billion. Musk's first order of business, according to media reports, was to fire CEO Prag Agwal, CFO Nag Sagal, and policy head Vijaya Gadde. Twitter's leadership has often been accused of having a left wing bias by conservative users. Now it appears that some users are attempting to test the unfounded belief that Twitter has instantly transformed into an unregulated platform by quoting tweeting Musk while using the N word and gay and anti Semitic slurs. Many of the remarks came in response to comments from Stone Toss, a far right and anti-Semitic web comic. One Twitter employee speaking anonymously has stated that they had noticed many users, quote, pushing the bounds of what previously was allowed in the wake of Musk's acquisition. Quote, employees are left feeling completely rudderless. Half of our leadership are gone. Those who remain are silent, and we're watching the platform go crazy, with people either joyously awaiting more layoffs or pushing the bounds of what previously was allowed. It remains unclear whether any actions will be taken against the offending tweets at this time. Now, this is the main thing that I want people to understand, and this is the main thing that I stated to people before. This is what real freedom of speech looks like. Yes, it's ugly. Yes, it's nasty. Yes, it's disturbing. And realistically, logically thinking, people should never engage in such actions, right? But we live in an illogical realm, right? Plane of existence. So you already know what people are going to do. People are going to decide to act as children, racist children, as that. And the main thing that I wanted people to understand is that when you have so many powers out here that can limit the things that you say, and then they can decide to modify it or okay it by other organizations that are stating other things, you have to wonder who is being censored and who is not. The main thing that I told people before is back when you had Trump getting censored. I said that that was an issue. I might not like any of the things that he states. Sometimes I might find it just a little bit funny just because. But to go so far as to try to censor someone because you don't like what it is that they are stating, vastly ridiculous. Then when you had not just Twitter, but you had a multitude of other platforms go right behind one another and also ban him too, I was like, wow, so nobody's seeing this? And like I said, because people can't separate their emotions from logic, it just keeps going. So then you go on to somebody such as who is it? Who was next to get banned? Andrew Tate, right? A lot of women basically don't like Andrew Tate. They hate Andrew Tate and a variety of other things. And all in one fell swoop, you saw them easily just try to nullify anything that he is able to do. The problem with that is Andrew Tate already has millions of dollars, so he can make a podcast. He can, make a platform. He can do whatever it is that he wants to do because he actually has the money to do it. So you can't silence somebody who is not actually dependent on you at all, right? And that's what they tried to do. And they've tried to do that with a variety of other men as well. And the main thing that I try to tell people is pay very close attention to who it is that is silencing people, to who it is that is trying to switch the narrative or trying to get them to shut up or, stop saying what it is that they're stating or start stating something. Pay attention to those people. Pay attention to the people who own these corporations, right? who monitor these corporations. Like I said before, if the internet is watching us, who's watching the internet? Who watches the watchmen, right? Who watches the powers that be? The powers that be are able to control any and everything that we do, right? If the government really wanted to, they could just shut off the internet. Realistically, they could just shut off the internet and that's it. And what would the American people do? Nothing. Like I said before, this is what it looks like when you have powers that be that are able to control every single thing that you are able to do. So now this is, in a sense, a trial run. This is a test of what actual freedom looks like. We're going to see, right, how far humanity is willing to push the lengths in order to see how far it is that they are able to go. Because I'm pretty sure at a certain given point in time, Elon Musk has his own limitations, but he probably wants to see how far people are willing to press it, right? And this is the other thing as well. If you have all of these individuals that are on the Twitter platform using all of these racial slurs and all of these anti Semitic terminologies, why isn't the Jewish community speaking out directly about this? They're on the on Twitter and everything else. Why aren't they specifically coming out and speaking about this? Why aren't they trying to do anything about this? Why aren't they trying to cancel Twitter? Right? Like I said before, whenever somebody says anything that is listed or labeled as anti-Semitic, the person has two choices. They can opt to hurry up and apologize, right? And do whatever it is that they need to do so that they can start making money again. Or they can decide not to apologize and they can watch everything that they've built, depending on how much money they have, it can all just collapse or it can just, deflate just a little bit. My main thing is this: where is the Jewish community and where is their voice when it comes to Twitter and how it is that these individuals who are not black are saying the most hateful, stating derogatory terms and slurs about the Jewish community? Where are they at? On top of that, where is the LGBTQIA plus alpha? Where are they at when it comes to these things happening directly on Twitter? Because they have organizations that are directly on Twitter, but I'm a little bit baffled or confused on why it is that they aren't directly speaking out and yelling from the rooftops on Twitter, of course, on Facebook, on IG, on YouTube, and TikTok and all these other social media platforms that I have listed. Where are they at as a unified forefront as a group? Where are they at to cause a ruckus and to, change some things? Like I said, I find it very interesting how, the two most powerful groups out here, because both have organizations, out here that make sure to protect individuals, right? When it comes to individuals having to deal with any type of hate, or derogatory terms or slurs or anything like that, right? So I'm just asking, right, as an individual, where are all of these voices? Where are all of these leagues? Where are these congregations of people? Where are these entities um, to go directly to the media and state their opinion and how it is that they feel about the type of hate that they are seeing online, right? Because I would fathom that it's egregious, right? That nobody of those communities will want to wake up and see that every single day on Twitter whenever they want to write an article or put a snippet directly up there or post a GIF or video. They don't want to be under attack from a lot of these, far right areas and different things of that nature. I'm just saying, like I said, I'm just posing a question. I find it a little bit odd that these people aren't talking. But, yet if it was a black man that just so happened to have did something to somebody, I'm pretty sure any or all of these groups would have came out and demanded an apology. But due to the fact that the owner of Twitter is not a black man, oddly enough, it seems that nobody is really calling for anything to be done. Highly interesting.